Okay, hello everybody. What's going on, guys and gals? What is up? Phil here live on the stream. This is my 7th straight day of streaming, by the way. Tomorrow I'll finally get a well-deserved day away from it. Not to say that I don't enjoy doing this as much as I do it, but, sometimes you need a break, right? Today is October 1st, 2019. And so, today, we are going to be doing some fun holiday-themed festivities here on my streams. What's up, everybody? I see many people joining. I see many people enjoying the new emotes. For those who are not aware, today is the first day we are employing the new Halloween-themed emotes. All right, pretty cool. These are going to be around for the month of October. What we've basically done is taken many of the very popular emotes for subscribers that people really liked and changed them up to be Halloween themed. We got aliens, we've got vampires, we've got Frankenstein monsters, mummies, angels, demons, ghosts, all kinds of fun stuff. You may even find a clown or two in there. I don't know why I said it like that. So, welcome everyone to Halloween month. As you know, I am a huge fan of Halloween. I definitely enjoy Halloween and the festivities that go around it. And so for the month of October every year, I kick things up a notch on my gameplay streams. Some of the things you're going to be noticing this month. Number 1, the overlays have changed to be orange color for the entire month. Number 2, the pop-up messages that will happen in conjunction with contributions on streams will all be Halloween, horror, and spooky themed. Number 3, the new emotes, of course. The new Halloween-themed emotes for anyone who subscribed this month. They'll have access to them for the entirety of the month. And last night I decorated my office. Kat and I set some stuff up here. We got some returning stuff, and we've got some brand new stuff this year, as you will see shortly. In fact, if I still have it set up, I could show you. Let me see if I have this set up. I do. So here we are, everyone. The new setup of the office that you're going to see on webcam all month long. So as you can see, we got some returning stuff, and we got some new stuff. Bone Meal is here, but sadly, Bone Meal, I can't seem to get him to stay on camera. Like, I've tried to get him to sit here, and just sitting here this morning, he's fallen 4 times. I don't think he's going to be able to stay up there for any lengthy period of time. I think he's going to be falling. But as you can see, we got new stuff behind me. We got old stuff. Good stuff for the month of October. So webcam will look like this pretty much for all of October, with more than likely Bone Meal's not going to be there because you're going to see he's going to keep falling. So I'm probably just going to put him down on the couch next to me or whatever. But pretty cool, right? Excuse me, there's a frog in my throat. Yes, pretty cool stuff for this month. I hope that you guys are excited. Now, cashing in on all of that, of course, we have a Halloween-themed event coming up on Halloween. All right, jumping on the hype bandwagon of Halloween Horror Month. And if you're not aware, right now you guys are able to nominate and then vote on games for that Halloween event. What you need to do is head over to my forums, thekingofhate.com. In the forum section there, in the general section, the highlighted and stickied thread is for nominating games for the Halloween Horror Marathon. So please head over there. Please nominate games. The more games that are nominated, the better. That's going to be running for just roughly 1 more week, if that. Probably not even that long. And then I'm going to make a poll based on the games that were the most commonly nominated games that you guys nominated. And that will end up being the games in the marathon that I play on Halloween. Now, in addition to that, there's also the issue of my costume. What will I be wearing on Halloween? And that is completely up for contention here. The way we're going to determine that is I'm going to be going out in the next week or two, so definitely tomorrow and then maybe next week, and looking to see what Halloween stores and costumes are available around here. And based on that, I'm going to formulate some categories by which you guys are going to be able to vote on what kind of costume, what kind of category of costume I should wear for the Halloween event. And that's going to be pretty cool. You guys kind of, determine at least the style of costume that I wear, all right? So all that's coming up. Should be pretty neat. All right? FYI. So good stuff. I always love the autumn. I love that the weather changes. It becomes a lot more comfortable here in my office to stream. And it becomes a lot of fun with all the Halloween horror festivities that we have. It's going to be really neat to have all these emotes and all this new stuff around the streams for this month. I hope you guys are excited for this. Something new and refreshing and different, right? Alrighty then. Now, in addition to all of that being different and new, today we're doing something different on stream that I've only done like once ever before in the last year. We're going to be playing Minecraft as an early stream. Usually when I play Minecraft, it's a late night chill stream, but people have expressed the desire for me to play Minecraft on the earlier stream for two separate reasons, and so we're doing it today, okay? The first reason is because it's always a late stream, and there are people who like to watch me play Minecraft, and they're disappointed that they never get to be here live for when I play it. So today we're doing it early, so for those people who maybe couldn't be here for the later streams and finally want to see me play Minecraft live have the ability to do so. FYI, my Minecraft streams are very interactive. In fact, I'd say about 50% of the point of the stream is just to talk with you guys. It's really not about the gameplay of the game. Half the time I get distracted and don't even focus in on the gameplay. So I'm feeling kind of the same vibe for today. It's going to be more about us hanging out and talking and having fun. And yes, there'll be gameplay, but that's not really the main, focus of everything going on. Okay? So that's number one. The other thing is, for the past couple of months, whenever I stream Minecraft, I have this new thing that I've been doing where the top contributor of that streaming session gets something in the game in their honor. Whether it means I just name something. For example, we have a villager named Mr. Twisty. We've got a cat named Planet Jeff. We've got a building named, I think it's like the House of Stench or something like that. But I've also made things in the game based off of people's requests. I have a giant tombstone on the edge of a cliff with an epitaph, on the front of it. I've got a quote to Ozymandias on the top of my lighthouse. Okay, I got a big sculpture that I made. There's all these different things that I've done as a request of top contributors. So, pretty cool. And so that we're doing the exact same thing today. Whoever is the top contributor by the end of today's stream, all right, Minecraft stream, will get something in the game created or named after them. Fair enough. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with today's stream. Now, last week's top contributor was Philip's Smelly Chair, but they have not as yet requested anything. So if they come back today... By the way, that noise you just heard was bone meal falling to the couch. I knew he's not going to be able to sit on the couch this year. Like last year, it was really hard to get him to stay up there. This year, it seems like he just will not stay at all. So I think he's going to sit next to me. Like he'll be propped up next to me on the couch. So you should still be able to somewhat see him, but I don't think that he's going to be sitting on top of the couch this year. There's just no way. He will not stand up anymore. But it's cool. We'll see if I can get him to at least stay like propped up next to me so you can see him in the frame. But anyway, yeah, Philip's Smelly Chair was the top contributor of last week, but he hasn't requested anything yet. So if he happens to come by for today and says, oh, I'd like this in the game, cool, we can work on it. And I'm open to working on it on the stream today. It'll be part of our stream. But as of right now, we got nothing. All right? So let's see what happens today with that. Let's see if we get any requesting or anything, and we'll go from there, all right? But, yeah, top contributor today, by the end of the stream, whoever the top contributor is, will be able to request something for my next Minecraft stream. Now, FYI, full disclosure, I'm only planning to do this stream as an early stream once. For the rest of this month, October, the Minecraft stream will go back to being a late-night stream, all right? Quite frankly, number one, I wanted to try this out and see how it works. We'll see if this ends up being a stream that entertains you guys and hooks you and you want to keep me doing it as an earlier stream at some point. But it's really an experiment. And the other thing is, also being very upfront and honest with all of you. It's now October 1st. Starting today, all of my major bills for the month start clearing. So if I raise a significant amount of funds via tips today, because people want to be the top contributor, that's great. Those are funds I can put straight towards bills right now, and it would help me tremendously during this month, which is why I'm doing it this early in the month to see if this works. If this ends up being something that works and people contribute and people enjoy, I would consider doing this early on every month. Like the first or second of every month could be a major Minecraft stream to help out, okay? But we'll see. We don't know how it's going to go. Mark Murphy has already asked how it works. It's the overall top contributor Doesn't matter how you contribute. It could be, cheering. It could be tipping. But whatever the overall top contributor is by the end of the stream, that's the person who gets that honor of getting something in the game, made in their honor or named after them. I will continuously let you guys know who the top contributor is, so there's no confusion about who's in the lead. I will always tell you who is in the lead. All right. Fair enough? Okay. So there you go. So that's how today's going to work. Now, here's the thing. Let's say that we play Minecraft for 2 hours, and by the end of the 2-hour session, people are kind of like, nah, this is fun, but it's not super fun. I'm kind of bored now. I wish that we were doing other stuff. That's fine. If that's how people feel, if they're getting bored and they don't want more Minecraft, I'm okay with that. We can switch it up. Trust me, there's many other things that we can do on stream. We could do some more Genesis Mini. We could maybe switch over to some Street Fighter. There's a few quick things that we could easily swap over to if people get bored of Minecraft on this stream. But maybe it won't. Maybe people will be entertained. They'll love the interaction. People will get into competition, and we'll see. So let's see how this goes as a main gameplay stream. It's an experiment for sure. And if it fails, it fails, right? It is what it is. We'll find out today. Fair enough? Okay. Later tonight, I am doing more Genesis Mini coverage. That's going to be my late night stream tonight, where you guys get to essentially pick the games you'd like to see me try out from the Genesis Mini. Or, at this point now, I've been covering the Genesis Mini for about a week and a half, so it may come to the point now where you guys ask me to go back to some of the games I've already played and continue on with those playthroughs, I would say games like Mega Man The Wily Wars, Castlevania Bloodlines, Sonic 1 or 2, those playthroughs have been pretty fun, and you guys might want to see me go back and continue those games. Shoot Your Rage 2 as well. That's a great game. So maybe you'd like to see me go back and continue with those playthroughs. I'm okay with that if that's what you guys want tonight, okay? So we'll see what you guys want on the late stream. That's around 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, okay? Now, as I said, I'm not here tomorrow. Tomorrow is my first day off in 7 straight days of streaming. I finally get a day away to spend with my wife, and quite frankly, we have a lot of stuff we need to do. We've got appointments. We've got all kinds of shit. We're going to be running around all day long doing stuff. So it's necessary. It is. I would ask that during that day, if you guys are, missing me, you can always head over to DSPGaming over on YouTube. That's my YouTube channel where I archive all of my daily live streams. You can get caught up with many different playthroughs that I've worked on this past week, including Link's Awakening, which concluded yesterday, which I really, really enjoyed. Awesome throwback game. Felt just like playing Link to the Past again. So very fun. You can check that out. I've been playing Borderlands 3 quite a bit. We had a lot of advancement with Borderlands 3 this week. Of course, all my chill streaming, including more Street Fighter, and that kind of stuff happened this week. So there's a lot of stuff this week that happened, and so hopefully you guys will check that out on DSP Gaming tomorrow when I'm not streaming. I'll be back in a full-time capacity on Thursday. We're going to continue on with my Borderlands 3 playthrough at that point. I am further than halfway through the game at this point, what I'm being told. So that's good. And then Thursday night, I'm actually going to be doing a little bit of Gears of War 5 Horde mode. Have not done this in several weeks. I feel that Horde mode is one of the best modes of the game, although sadly the game is plagued with bugs. Last time I tried to play Horde mode, I was playing as the robot Jack, and sadly, the game glitched out, and it wasn't allowing me to even use my abilities. So hopefully they've patched the game and fixed some of these issues by this point. But that's going to be... I'm excited for that. I think I would actually like more Horde mode, because in my opinion, it's kind of the best multiplayer mode in the game. It's the most fun. Waves of enemies and everything, co-oping to try to survive, right? So that's going to be for Thursday night. Friday, it's the premiere of the Ghostbusters Remaster. 10 years ago, a game by the name of Ghostbusters was released on the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. This game was essentially in the line of Ghostbusters lore and movies, Ghostbusters 3. We had Ghostbusters 1 and 2 movies. And then they just ended. And people always said, I love Ghostbusters, I want more. And so they made this game that essentially is Ghostbusters 3. It's got the actual voice acting and writing from the original members of Ghostbusters, including Dan Aykroyd, Harold Ramis, Bill Murray, and Ernie Hudson, all in the game doing voice acting and doing awesome stuff. I loved it. when I played it 10 years ago. But that was a different era. That was before I did direct capture. That was before I did live streaming. That was before I even monetized my videos. That was the burgeoning era when I was just starting to be popular on YouTube. So now it'll be pretty neat 10 years later to replay this game for a live audience during October, you know, a cool horror-themed month anyway. It's going to be pretty sweet to be playing that game, all right, starting this Friday. And then Friday night, we're going to mix it up with more chill fun. I think I have scheduled Friday night. Don't quote me on this, but I think I have more Dragon Quest Builders 2 scheduled. Or it might be Street Fighter. I can't remember which I scheduled. It's one or the other. And then the other one I'll be playing probably Saturday night. So, but yeah, so this week you can see a balance of Borderlands 3 and Ghostbusters. That's going to be my main featured streams. And then the late night streams will be a combination of some throwback Street Fighter, like I already mentioned, Gears 5, Genesis MIDI, fun stuff, Dragon Quest Builders 2, and yes, there will be another session of Minecraft by the end of the week, so lots of stuff coming up, guys, lots of stuff. I hope you guys are excited, all right, for this good stuff coming up this week. Should be a very neat week full of variety and fun on the streams. I hope you're excited. Yes, I am excited, so I hope you're excited too. Okay, let's see here. Let's see here. Trying to think if there's anything else I need to cover before we head to the next segment of the pre-stream. Anything important? I already mentioned the nomination of horror games, so that's out of the way. Oh, man. I think I covered the major stuff. I think I have. So good stuff. All right. Let's move on to the next segment of the pre-stream, folks. This is the gratuitous plugs segment. Oh, you know what? I will mention this since the weekend's over now. Maybe some people are swinging back to watch my content, or maybe some people are watching Minecraft but didn't watch anything else this week. I did an interview over the weekend with a YouTuber called The Quartering. It went really well. People really have received this interview very positively, so you might want to give it a look over on YouTube. Overwhelmingly, people have had a positive outlook at it. Some people have been giving me a look on stream for the first time ever, and it seems to be pretty good stuff, so give that a look if you haven't seen it yet, okay? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been a content creator for 11 years. I actually started in 2008. Putting out daily gameplay videos on YouTube. Essentially, I did YouTube as a hobby for 2.5 years. Then I made it my job for about 6 years when I lost my full-time office job unexpectedly, getting laid off. It was pretty awesome. Then the bubble burst on YouTube, and I've been a full-time Twitch streamer here for 2.5 years on Twitch. I absolutely love what I do for a living, and I love the fact that you guys and gals come back and hang out with me on a daily basis. And you care about what I have to say about video games. You care about my opinions on other subjects. You just love chilling and hanging out with me. I love it. It's the best thing I've ever done in my life, job-wise. And I wouldn't give it up for the world. I really do enjoy this. That being said, because I am a full-time streamer now, primarily my income comes from crowdfunding on the streams. You know, it's not like the old days where it was all about YouTube ad revenue. It's now all about crowdfunding on the streams. So if you like the fact that I'm here 6 days a week full-time putting out gameplay streams, and if you love the fact that I still archive my videos on YouTube, even though I get pretty much nothing out of it, if you like all this stuff, you want to see it continue, please consider contributing via one of the various methods I'm about to mention. All right? First of all, I just want to say thank you to anyone who pledged to my Patreon in the month of September. It is much appreciated, and your pledges are currently in process. It takes about a day, usually, for those patron pledges to process. So by tomorrow, most of them should have gone through. And thanks for that. You know, I'll be contacting many of you in regards to getting your perks for the month sooner rather than later. All right, so you guys will be able to, be getting private messages on Patreon.com regarding those perks soon, okay? Now, if you're not a current patron of mine, you can give it a look. Again, patreon.com/DarksidePhil. Your monthly pledges to my patron campaign earn you those personal perks that you get on a monthly basis. Some of them are pretty neat, including getting your questions answered on my Q&A show, or even getting a private video made for yourself, depending on, if you want to talk with me or whatever about stuff. It's pretty neat. All right, give it a look. I won't go into full detail, but thanks to anyone who does pledge. I just wanted to throw that out there since it is the first of the month, okay? I have a Teespring store where I sell all kinds of fun merchandise. It's primarily t-shirts, but now, especially with the autumn coming around for many people, you might want to think about some hoodies or sweatshirts. You might want to think about getting a mug to fill it with a nice steamy cup of joe, or maybe a nice hot chocolate to warm you up on a cold day, right? Give it a look. Anything you buy there helps me out, and you get a cool collectible. Thanks to anyone who does. And if you're here live on the stream, this one's a no-brainer, especially because today's a Minecraft stream that's primarily made to be, interactive. And because I mentioned the top contributor of the day today will be getting something in the game named in their honor or made in their honor. If you cheer with bits or subscribe to the channel or you tip me during today's stream, I will give you a live shout out. Pretty cool. All right. As you also see at the top of the screen, we've got a top cheerer and top tipper designation there that you will get up there if you are the current top cheerer or top tipper of the stream. It's a way to get extra recognition. And of course, for today, it's a way to track the top contributor. Fair enough. There's a cheering leaderboard that's built into Twitch that you can use to track top cheerers of the week, right? And I'll be giving recognition to those people in a couple of minutes here as well on stream, which is very nice. Now, before we get into specifics, one thing that I do want to say, guys, please understand this. Contributions are greatly appreciated. They keep stuff going. They're the reason I get to still be here every day, and the reason that I have so much fun, on stream with you and not have to worry too much about other stuff is because you guys have been amazing and you're so supportive. But understand something. If you cannot contribute, that's perfectly fine. It is not mandatory. It is not expected. When people go above and beyond to contribute and allow me to keep doing what I love as a passion for work, that's amazing. That's meaning people actually find purpose and meaning and value in what I do. It makes me feel great about myself in the 11 years of my life that I've put into this. And thank you for that. But it's not absolutely required. If you cannot contribute, that's fine. I just like that people come by and still care about me and want to hang out with me to begin with. If you just can chill and hang out with me, that's perfectly good, man. But if you can go above and beyond, that's amazing, and thank you for that, okay? Now, a couple things about how this works. First of all, please understand that I have to abide by all Twitch TV's rules and regulations. They have a terms of service. I can't just say and do whatever I want on the streams. Sometimes people try to say and do stuff that gets me in trouble or get me to go off to little areas where, Twitch does not like. I can't do that, all right? I got to abide by everything and play by the rules. The other thing is I like to maintain a certain vibe around my streams in general that's more relaxed and chill. Essentially, what I want my streams to be is a place where you can escape the drama, the negativity, the toxicity, the stress of your normal life. Right? You want to go away from your normal life, come here and relax and have fun. You want to see my honest reactions to a game that I'm playing. You want to hang out with me and relax and chill, interact, have some fun conversation, maybe interact with the stream chat, have some fun conversation with them. That's the whole point. You don't want to come here and immediately bombarded with arguments and insults and negativity and drama and all kinds of shit that you probably have to put up with in your real life anyway. You know what I mean? This is your escape. And I understand that. That's why I don't usually go to certain places. I'm not going to talk about politics or religion on my streams unless it is the subject matter of a game, for example, and it's pertinent to what we're doing in a game. Outside of that, I'm not going to touch that with a 10-foot pole because I know that it's a very argumentative topics that will get people angry at each other, that will get people in general just pretty pissed off. And I don't want that. I don't want this to be a place where that's what the stream is like, okay? We're not going to bring up negativity, insults, things that people do to me on a daily basis. Listen, there's tons of people out there who try to make their name on making fun of me, riffing on me, or making a living off of stealing my content. I know that. We don't need to talk about it. There's no reason to. I can't do anything about it. They're going to do whatever they do, regardless of what I do. All right? It is what it is. Fuck it. Right? Let them run. Let them go do what they need. We don't need to address that on my stream. My stream is to be a positive, fun place, not a place just constantly discussing people who are wronging me, because if we did that, I would never have time to do anything fun and positive to begin with, because there's tons of them. So screw them, right? So let's try to abide by these general rules, and I think the stream will be a fun place, a good place, an entertaining, entertaining segment. I think that's what you guys want to begin with, right? So good stuff. All right. Now what we're going to do, we're going to head into the third and final segment of the stream, which is the thank yous. Thank you shout-outs for those who have contributed and interacting with those people who ask questions, etc. And then after that's done, then we get started with gameplay. We'll jump into Minecraft. We're going to continue on with the project that I've been working on. It's this facility by which I'm going to be able to, I guess, farm various things. I'll be able to farm villagers. I'll be able to farm types of villagers like librarians. I'll eventually be able to turn it into like a monster farm and stuff, from what I'm to understand. Like, that's what it could be used for. So that's what we're going to be doing. Now, I don't know if Mr. Papavera is here today. For those who aren't aware, Mr. Papavera is the person who, over the last year that I've been playing Minecraft, has really been helping me out with a lot of these projects and the like. And I've been following his guidelines, and I'm still going to do that today. I'm going to keep following his guidelines and try to finish up this facility we've been building. I don't essentially know how it works, though. Like, he was going to explain to me, once we finished building it, how it works. But being that this is a rare early stream of Minecraft, I don't know if Mr. Papavera is even going to be able to be here today. He's not currently in the stream chat. I don't know if he's swinging by today or not. So essentially what this may be is I finished building the facility, and then we just kind of dick around because, you know, I don't want to go too crazy. I know he's going to be, helping me out figuring out how to utilize this thing. But I don't essentially know how to do it, you know, myself. So we'll see what happens today, I guess. All right? We'll see what happens. Again, if Philip Smelly Chair shows up and he's got a request for us to do something in game, name something or create something, we can work on that too, but I don't know if that's going to happen. All right? So I guess we'll find out. Maybe I'll spend some time enchanting armor and weapons and things today too, since I have like a million levels. I guess we'll see. All right. So there you go. Let's get to shoutouts. First of all, overnight, it looks like I got some anonymous contributions. I just want to say this up front. Anyone who contributes overnight, you guys are amazing, because that means that you actually think about my streams and me when I'm not even here. I think that's remarkable that people actually think about the content and stuff that I put out when I'm not even broadcasting live on Twitch. That's pretty crazy, in my opinion. And thank you for that. Thank you for that support. So it is appreciated. So there were a couple anonymous cheers. Actually, there were 3 anonymous cheers overnight. Thank you to whoever this was. If it was one person, if it was a different person, I don't know, but thank you. And then this morning, Insomniatic Meat got the cheering started with a 100-bit cheer. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get Insomniatic Meat up here on the leaderboard as the top cheerer of the day. With the 100 bits. Thank you for that. McCarthy. Subscribe to the channel for 3 months. Thank you for 3 months of support, McCarthy. That is awesome of you. And I appreciate that very much. Dom Pedro Braganza. Who knows who the heck that is? Maybe that's a real person or not. I don't know. Timmy $1 and says, you should pre-record the plug segment. It's usually 5-ish minutes long. You can use that pre-recorded time to get yourself some water. Use the bathroom so we don't get a bathroom break at the end of the pre-stream. Well, here's the thing. And I mean this very, very sincerely, too. I want you guys to understand something. I don't like advertising. I don't want to. I never wanted to. Back in the day, when I was a full-time YouTuber, all right, and when I made ridiculous amounts of ad revenue money on my videos, because number one, my views were crazy, and number two, because ad revenue on YouTube was insanely good back then. This was the Wild West of YouTube when everything went, and there was so many ads to go around. It was insane. Okay, I never advertised at all. Never. You never heard me advertise for a damn thing. You know, I would advertise my projects and like, oh, come watch this video or whatever. But you would never hear me advertise a product. You would never hear me advertise a way to contribute, because there was none. It was just watch the videos, and that was it. That's what I was all about back then, because as long as I could make a living making the videos, I didn't care about making extra money. So I never had any product placements. I never made any sponsorship deals. And by the way, being that how big I was back then, I got tons of offers, but I just turned them all down because I said, no, that's not who I am and what I'm about. I just want to put out fun gameplay videos, period. That's all I give a shit about. Okay? So that's what I was all about back then. Now, in the current era of 2019, sadly, that's not the case. You know, like I said, I rely on crowdfunding in order to make ends meet and pay my bills and keep the streams going and everything. So I have to advertise. I don't like it. I just have to do it. Now, one thing that I really try to adhere to is only really mentioning that this stuff on pre-stream. I try to get it out of the way so that way the whole stream doesn't become about shilling. All right? Although, admittedly, on a stream like today, I'm going to remind people the top contributor is going to get something in the game made or named after them. That's obviously one of the attractions of the Minecraft stream. So I will be mentioning that more today rather than a normal stream. Okay? But in general, you'll hear me do plugs at the beginning of the stream, and then that's it. It's all about the gameplay after that. And yes, shout outs for those who do contribute, but I'm not sitting here constantly talking about it. Hey, cheer someone tip, cheer someone tip, cheer someone tip. I don't really do that, all right? Now, in regards to Dom Pedro Berganza's suggestion, oh, Phil, why don't you just do a pre-recorded segment that you just play on pre-stream that sounds exactly the same every single day, and that way, you don't have to do it live, and that way, you can go do something else during 5-10 minutes or whatever as it plays. There's two reasons why I'm not going to do that. The first is I think that's completely disingenuous. I'm here to put on a live stream. I promote it as an interactive experience. If I'm running pre-recorded segments, that's not interactive at all. To me, that screams lack of effort. And I'll give you an example. When I used to listen to radio shows like the Howard Stern Show, okay, when they did live plugs on the show, which they did frequently, I liked that because there was opportunity for improv, there was opportunity for interaction with the people in the studio, etc. And for me, if I'm doing a pre-stream like this and I'm giving you these live shout-outs, live promotions or whatever, I could still read the stream chat and I could still interact with you guys if someone says something interesting or whatever during that segment. And a lot of the time someone might ask a question or whatever and I bring it up, or maybe there's something pertinent to that day and people want to talk about it. I'll talk about it. I like that. I want you to understand that's the whole point. It's the interactivity of the stream, right? That's the deal. If I'm doing a pre-recorded plug segment, it takes away that feeling of like genuineness of the stream. It seems more like he's just doing it. He's just doing this segment for the money, man. He's just running this because he wants to make a buck. So, he runs a recorded, pre-recorded pre-stream, pre-recorded ads. He sounds like I'm a syndicated show. And that's not what I am. I'm just a dude. This is not a dude. I mean, this is not a show. This is not a product. This is me, real and live on the stream every day. All right? I'm not about that, and I wouldn't want to do that, okay? The second thing is, when you do a pre-recorded thing, people don't pay attention. I know, because I can tell you for a fact, again, when I was listening to, like, the Howard Stern Show, and he would run an ad that was pre-recorded, and it sounds exactly the same every time he runs it, I would completely tune out. Sometimes I would change the station. Sometimes I would just turn down the volume. I don't want to be advertised to. If I'm going to be advertised to, at least give me the effort of doing it live and talking with me and making it a fun, organic thing. Not, I didn't even put the effort in for that, so I'm just going to fucking pre-record it and play the same thing 25 times a month. I don't want to do that. Okay? If I am going to advertise, I'm going to suffer. You see what I say? You guys got to suffer through the ads. I'm going to suffer when I do them. I'm going to do it live, right? I understand where Dom is coming from. He's like, dude, it really is you saying almost the same thing every day. Why not just record it? Because I don't want to have to suffer. I don't want to have to do this to begin with. Maybe one day I won't have to. Maybe one day, somehow, things will turn around for the better. And I won't have to advertise to you guys anymore. We'll somehow get back to where I was, 7 years ago on YouTube, where things are good, and I don't have to do this stuff anymore. I really seriously doubt it. I don't see how the hell that's going to happen. But, in the meantime, if I have to advertise, I'm going to do it live because that's only fair. I want to show that I'm putting the effort in to do it, and it's only fair to you guys. I don't want you guys to feel like this pre-stream is meaningless and you can tune out and there's nothing of any value in it. There is. Okay? Fair enough? Okay. There's your answer. So anyway, that's the first tip of the day. I'm not going to put this guy's giant name up on the leaderboard. It's going to make it giant. I'm just going to say Dom. Insanely long name. Thank you, Dom, for the first tip of the day. $1. I appreciate that. What I'd like to do, we got no other contributions so far. So what I'd like to do is give a shout out to the top cheerers of the week. So they get some extra recognition here before we begin. I'd also like to belch incredibly loudly and disgustingly into the mic just to get things started here. I apologize. Par for the course, guys. Par for the course. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to the top 10 cheerers of the week. Thank you for your support so far. Keep in mind, this is only one day because the cheering leaderboard resets overnight on Sunday, so this is only representative of Monday's cheers. In 10th place, we've got Insomnia. Oh my God, hold on a second here. We've got a 6-way tie? No, a 5-way tie. So there technically is no 10th, 9th, 8th, or 7th place. We've got a 5-way tie for 6th place. Damn. Between the following people, you guys ready? Insomniatic Me, Fly Eagles Fly, Gaming Nation X, High Tech Specs, and Thinks Rational. They're all tied for 6th place. That's a crazy tie right there. So thanks for that support, guys. In a tie for 4th place, we've got M5 NSX, M5 NSX, and DJ Sandex. Thank you guys for that. Then in 3rd place this week, the Fart in the Hat. Delightful. In 2nd place, a live studio audience. And in 1st place, with a very generous cheer last night during the late stream, Phantom Fuzz. So thanks to all of you for your contributions. I appreciate that very much. And, you know, again, if you cheer today, it's going to get up on that leaderboard. And FYI, you know, we are looking for top contributor of the Minecraft stream to get something made in honor in the game or named in honor of them in the game. So not only will you get recognition for cheering today on the leaderboard, but also it'll get you into contention for top contributor of the day. Right now, in reality, we have no top contributor. It's a tie between Dom and Insomniatic Me. So there's currently no top contributor at all. But we haven't even started with gameplay yet, so that's perfectly fine. Okay. Shout out to Aruz2014, who has just subscribed to the channel. Thank you, Aruz, for that subscription. I appreciate that support very much. Okay. All right, so, well, guys, unless you have another topic or anything you want to talk about before we get started, you know, we can jump right here into the Minecraft gameplay. Actually, you know what? I'm glad I just thought about this. Before I do this, let me go ahead and I'm going to bring up Mr. Papavera's stuff because, I want to have that up already. Well, let's see here. How do I do this? Okay, I gotta look at my liked posts. Twitter is ridiculously complicated. I don't know why you just can't do this easier. Hold on, I gotta go back like 2 weeks here to find Mr. Papavera's stuff. And, aha. I think I found it. Indeed I have. Because we didn't finish building it. We were in the midst of building it. And what I need to do, I believe today, one of the major things I need to do is go out and find lava. And then I have to take my iron buckets. And I have to scoop the lava up and find a way to place those buckets of lava inside of this thing. And then I need to build a roof and put torches on the rooftop of it. There's a lot of work I still need to do on this thing. Before we're done. So we've got a lot to do. Here, I brought it up on my phone so we can work on that today. Okay. Alright, so yeah, we got it set. We're going to do that in Minecraft. We're going to do other stuff as well. Oh, hold on. We got a couple more contributions that came in. Vote Democrat cheered. He says, I'm not sure how the rest of the chat feels, but I'm really feeling the new emotes. Seems like it's pushing the Halloween theme way too hard. Just my opinion. He's not really feeling the emotes. Vote Democrat hates Halloween, everyone. If you guys aren't aware, Vote Democrat hates Halloween. He feels it's the worst holiday of the year. He feels very offended at these emotes. He's been triggered, apparently. He's been very triggered by these emotes. Maybe he's had a horrible Halloween experience as a child. Maybe one year he dressed up as Spider-Man, and everyone made fun of him and said it looked like he was wearing, underoos or something. I don't know what happened. I don't know. For some reason, Vote Democrat hates Halloween. He hates the emotes. He hates everything. Kless now says the emotes are bad. Wow. You guys are fucking hater. You guys seriously are like... You guys are unsatisfiable. I mean that, too. Like, it doesn't matter what we do. It doesn't matter, the emotes went live last night. I actually did it earlier than I had planned. I put them out last night. Everyone loved them. Everyone's like, wow, this is cool. For a whole month, we get to have these cool themed emotes. We even got one here for the Joker to tie in with the new Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie coming out this week. And it's a clown emote. Everyone jokes with Phil being a clown. We could use that in the stream chat. Everyone's all excited. Everyone's all positive. Some people even asked me, they said, Phil, will you consider keeping some of these to replace the old emotes? Because we actually feel these redone ones for Halloween are actually a little better than the previous ones. Today, these emotes suck. These are terrible. These are just garbage. Everything you do is garbage. Throw it out, burn it, dumpster fire. Jay, what a nice attitude. How about this? If you like the emotes, great, thanks. Use them. If you don't like the emotes, I'm sorry. We tried. We wanted to do something fun for the month. You know, we tried to do something different rather than having the same damn emotes all year long. Figured maybe mixing it up a little bit for the holidays is something nice. You know, it's something different. If you don't like them, that's okay. You know what? Everyone has a different opinion. Everyone has a personal preference. Some people like things, some people don't. I'm not here to shit on you. I'm not going to be the old Phil. The old Phil would have been very obstinate and angry about this. Would have said, well, fuck you, motherfucker. Get the fuck out. Fuck you. I'll ban your ass. Fuck that shit. Fuck you. Fuck. I'm not going to be like that anymore. All right? I'm going to say this. Thank you for the feedback. Not everything is for everyone. Personally, I find the emotes refreshing and different. Certainly, these are not emotes I would want to keep all year long. Having some of these emotes during Christmas time would be pretty jarring, I think. But I'm just saying, I think right now, they're pertinent to the month. I love Halloween, personally. You guys know every year I kind of do extra stuff for Halloween anyway. This is the first year we're actually doing nice themed custom emotes for this holiday. I thought it was a nice touch. Popsicola went out of his way to work to make these for us and for us to enjoy them. If you don't like them, that's perfectly fine. Thank you for the feedback. But understand that a lot of people seem to like them. And they're not going anywhere. They're going to be here for the month. Fair enough? I'm trying to just do as much of a mature and measured response as I possibly can instead of being like old me and ripping my shirt off like the Hulk and freaking out and throwing things around, slamming and saying that you're an entitled piece of crap. You know, I used to do all that stupid shit. And I'm not going to do that anymore. Because everyone's different. I've learned that over the years. Different strokes for different folks. You don't like it, you don't like it. That's okay. At least you're not being disrespectful and being a jerk. You're actually very respectful in expressing your opinion, vote Democrat. So I thank you for that. I was just joking around saying that you don't like Halloween. I hope you understand that. I was just messing with you. I was joshing you. Okay? So hopefully most of you like the new emotes for this month. Okay? There you go. Okay, continuing on. Awful Waffle just cheered. Wait a minute, Phil. Happy Halloween month. Well, thank you very much, Awful Waffle. The beginning of a fun month of Halloween festivities, indeed. Indeed. Quantrell Bishop just requested I ban everyone criticizing. All right, fair enough. So let's see. Let's ban vote Democrat. Here we go. Ban vote Democrat. And, okay, he's banned. Who else was Kless? Kless said he didn't like them. Sorry, ban. Kless. And banned. Okay, you're banned now. Let's see. We're going to ban anyone talking about Halloween. Oh, a bunch of you just said something about Halloween. You're out of here. So ban. Halloween cheer. Banned. Everyone talking about Halloween cheer has now been banned. Let's see. What else? Let's make sure that no one talks about Halloween. Ban anyone using the letter H. So ban anyone with the letter H. And ban. There you go. All right. Very nice. All right. Let's continue. Obviously, that's a reference to something. Let's continue. Cruising USA just hit me $1. He's been hearing a lot of crave for more Sega Genesis from the fans, but whatever happened to the Donkey Kong 64 hype? Well, listen, I understand that some people want me to play Donkey Kong 64. The reason this came up is because earlier this year, I played the Donkey Kong trilogy, all 3 Donkey Kong Country games on the SNES. Now, I had never played them at all. So actually playing these on stream, you know, as playthroughs was quite entertaining and fun. And challenging, I'll be honest. You know, they were some really tough games in there. And I enjoyed them to some extent, but I think I got burnt out. You know, how many Donkey Kong Country games can you play in a certain amount of time before you get completely burned out? And that's kind of what happened. I didn't want to play anymore. I'm not saying that I would never play Donkey Kong Country 64. I think that it's definitely a game worth playing. People have told me over the years it's a very good game. You should check it out, and I'm willing to do so. But at this point, it's not something I want to do, only because I'm so burnt out from playing the others that I don't want to play another one right now. Plus, we're in the midst of the very busy gaming season. So, that being said, there's no way we're going to be doing that right now. Maybe in the near future, or maybe next year early, but not right now, okay? Aruz 2014 just hit me $5.50. First of all, Aruz, you just became the top contributor of the day. And I don't know if you're here, you know, for the Minecraft stream or not. But as of right now, that makes you eligible to get something named after you or made in your honor in the game world. We'll see what happens over the course of today's stream if someone beats that top contribution or not. But for now, you are the top contributor of the stream. Just thought I would make you aware of that. Okay? So Aruz says the following. Hi, Phil. I used to watch your Phoenix Wright playthroughs back in the day. Shout out to the Quartering and It's a Gundam for keeping me informed on your wonderful streams. Here's a little way to give something back. Well, thank you very much, Aruz. I appreciate that very much. And yeah, that, like I said, another result of It's a Gundam, excuse me, of the Quarterings interview with me over the weekend. Many positive effects of this. A lot of people coming by and saying hello for the very first time. Some people coming back to watch my stuff for the first time in years. Seems like it was a great idea to do, and the guy's a really nice guy and was very fair, so it was a good stuff. And I'm happy that I did it, and thank you for the contribution and for the nice feedback. Scooby Dooby Dooby, to me $1. Says, have you saw the Rocket Man Elton John movie yet? Would you consider adding movies to your Amazon wish list? You could review them after you watch. No, I've not seen it, although I do like Elton John as a performer and a musician. I know nothing about his personal life at all. I only know that as a musician and performer, I really enjoy him. But no, I've not seen the movie. Chances are I probably won't see the movie anytime soon. I don't have a lot of free time outside of streams to just sit around and watch stuff, just being very honest with all of you. Maybe an hour a day. I'm serious about this, like, because, you know, when my wife is home, when she's not working, I like to spend time with her and Jasper and do stuff. So, like, for example, yesterday we did a lot of stuff around the house together. We decorated the office for today. We did a lot of stuff, and, you know, to me, that's more meaningful than just sitting around watching movies. You know what I mean? And then sometimes we listen to music and stuff together. We don't particularly do that kind of stuff. Although, I'll be honest, recently we did watch, what did we watch? We watched Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, which was fun. I haven't seen that in years. We watched that together. And then yesterday we watched some SpongeBob. Because, again, I'm trying to watch SpongeBob to immerse myself in SpongeBob for when the new game, or the re-released game, comes out next year. What is it? Battle for Bikini Bottom. So I figure watch as much SpongeBob as possible before, so I know who the characters are, I get the references, etc. Right? So we watched some SpongeBob last night. That's the kind of stuff we do. And then on days when she's not home, because she's at work, those are the days I usually try to watch pro wrestling, because she's not interested in it. And so particularly, I probably won't be able to watch pro wrestling this week till like Thursday or Friday. So I'll have over the weekend a few days where I can kind of watch some of it. And that's it. I don't get a lot of free time to watch stuff. I crammed in watching Stranger Things 3 this summer so I could play the Stranger Things 3 game in July. But I just don't get a lot of time anymore. So I more than likely probably won't see that Rocket Man movie anytime soon if I ever do see it. Adding stuff to my Amazon wishlist ain't going to help. It's not a matter of necessarily, affording it at this point. It's a matter of time management, which I don't really have, you know. Yeah, I missed Raw. I didn't see it size 0. I'm not going to see SmackDown tonight. I'll see those way later in the week. I'll watch them on Hulu when I get a chance. All right, Big Bad Buffoon tipped me $1. He says, I just saw Phil Collins in concert. It was great. Did you grow up to his music? What kind of memories do you have? I never actively listened to his music because, quite frankly, that was music that was, like, when I was growing up in the 80s, he was very popular. I know in the 90s as well, but mostly it was the 80s, right, where Phil Collins was, like, super popular. And I was so young. And the kind of music he's singing about relationships, and he's singing about emotional torment and shit. And I didn't have any of that when I was a kid, right? So I don't know any of the stuff he's singing about. So I wasn't into his stuff. Now I appreciate him. You know, I've heard his music over the years. And I get him a lot better now that I'm an older dude. But, no, I never, like, heard him in concert, obviously. I never really listened to him actively. I never owned a Phil Collins album or anything like that. But just remember that you'll be in my heart. You'll be in my heart from this day on, now and forevermore. Okay? All right, let's continue. Free For All cast just cheered and said these kids would have loved the different style turd emotes you had planned. Instead, damn missed opportunity. Joking, Phil, I love the emotes. Yeah, I originally had 14 different kinds of feces that we were going to have on the stream. But I scrapped that idea for these instead. I thought that these were a little bit more stylish. So, shout out again to Popsicola. M5NSX did a 105-bit cheer. That makes it the top cheer of the day. And he says, top cheer, baby. The new emotes are awesome, by the way. Well, I'm glad that you shared an opposing opinion to the criticisms laid out by Vote Democrat. I appreciate that, M5NSX. I particularly do like them. And I hope that others enjoy them for the month, because they're here to stay for about 31 days till the end of October. Okay? Wow. That burp came out of nowhere. Excuse me. That was absolutely disgusting and revolting, and I apologize. Philly Buckeye just cheered to say, Happy Jewish New Year. Is that true? Is that today actually the Jewish New Year? I obviously know nothing about that. If it truly is, thank you. And yes, Happy Jewish New Year if it is. If it's not, what a cruel joke to plan and prank a streamer like me. You should be ashamed of yourself, Philly Buckeye. but only if you pranked me. I don't know if you did or not. Free for All Cast just did a 50-bit cheer, and he says, I felt that interview was great. You came off very honest, total opposite of what the articles say. You honestly made the articles look bad, exposing the poor journalism and clickbait mentality of modern journalists. Yeah, because sadly, those articles was hilarious. I have a hard time even calling them articles. You ever heard of the Daily fucking Dot? Never heard of that one before, right? Like, who heard of these journalism websites before they all they do is they stir up drama. That's how they get clicks, right? But the articles on me are so poorly researched and so taken out of context, they're just laughable. You know? If you actually listened to what I was saying in context of a full conversation, right? The stuff that they're trying to call me out for, like saying I'm racist, you're an idiot. You're a complete moron. I've never done strong racial comedy to the point where I was insulting someone. I've never in my life done a racist act in my life. I'm the complete and polar opposite of that. You know, like I've never judged anyone on the color of their skin. This is ludicrous. It's so like you're a complete moron to believe that shit. But it's so dumb that they would spin it like that without, you know, all it was a witch hunt. They had nothing to talk about that day. So let's all make this a main journalistic headline to try to get attention. I didn't even know that these guys had said anything about me because their influence as journalistic websites is so minuscule. No one even contacted me to tell me about these. I think like 2 people in Stream Chat brought it up, and I was like, I don't care who, and it didn't affect me in the least. It wasn't until the quartering made the video that I was even aware that this had happened to the extent that it did, and I just kind of laughed about it. But it is what it is. You know, stupid, very stupid, and I'm glad to hear that the interview, at least to some extent, made me sound intelligent, because if you actually attended my streams on a daily basis, you probably get that mentality, but a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't give me the time of day because they just hear negative when it comes to me. And it's pretty awesome that, you know, that's changing now. So thank you for that Free For All Cast. What's going on, Rob? Rob just tipped me $15. He says, I was just at the cinema to check something, and they were playing This Is Halloween. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. 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 That's awesome. I wonder if they're going to be doing anything like that this year. Are there any even Halloween-themed movies out this year? I don't even know. I really don't even know. Because It Chapter 2 already came out. Joker comes out this week, although that's not really Halloween-themed. I don't know. Anyway, thank you, Rob, for the $15 tip. Good to see you. Impact tipped me $1 and says, since you're watching SpongeBob, get ready for the game. What do you think of the show? I grew up with the classic seasons of the show. I think the show's good. You know what the show kind of reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of Ren and Stimpy, but not as disgusting. Because Ren and Stimpy was like, it was like edgy humor, but it was to the point where there was like really gross stuff, like boogers on tables and, you know, real nasty kind of vile potty humor style stuff. That I don't think SpongeBob goes that far, but I think it's just kind of really over the top silly stuff. And some episodes are more like, let me put it this way, some episodes aren't as risque and some episodes are way more risque. But I like that it's a mix. Some episodes I don't really laugh at all, and then other episodes I think are quite funny, depending on the subject matter. So it's pretty good. I like the show, actually. I don't love it. It's not the best thing I've ever seen. Obviously, it's a cartoon that came out in the late 90s, so by then I wasn't watching cartoons anymore, so really, you know, that's why I missed out on it. I'd never seen it until now. I know, 20 years later, I'm finally watching SpongeBob, right? But, you know, I definitely see why people, liked it, because it does have things both for kids and for adults, and that's why I can watch it now and enjoy it, even though it's meant for kids, primarily the adult audience, I can understand why they would like it too. So I actually like it. I've saw half of season 5, and I think we're on, I want to say episode 7 or 8 of season 1. So we got ways to go to see it all, you know, but so far it's been entertaining. Okay, Philly Buckeye Cheer says, yes, Rosh Hashanah started Sunday night. All right, very nice. Well, happy Rosh Hashanah to everybody. Obnoxious Ocelot, to me $10. He says, hey, Phil, go out and fetch me a hydrodynamic spatula with port and starboard attachments and turbo drive. And don't come back till you get one. Jokes aside, and he plans to play Code Vein. First of all, that was a SpongeBob reference to one of the earlier episodes where they were basically messing with SpongeBob. Thank you for the $10 tip. Ocelot. As for Code Vein, the way I see it is this. This coming week, we got 2 major games I'll be playing. I'm going to continue on with my Borderlands 3 playthrough, and I'm going to be balancing that with the new Ghostbusters remaster that's going to be released. And I believe, if I remember correctly, the Ghostbusters game is roughly like 12 hours long, something like that. So more than likely, these are going to be games that'll carry me for the week. But there is going to be downtime for sure until the next big release comes out this month. The next one is actually Plants vs. Zombies. Now, actually, I also believe there's an expansion character for Mortal Kombat 11. I think the Terminator comes out at some point around the middle of the month. So that'll at least be one stream. I don't know how many more, but at least one stream of that to cover that. But outside of that, there's not a lot going on until the second half of October. So I've been saying, there may be some time here for me to fill. And what would I do? Some people suggested, why don't you check out some of the SNES games that are now available on the Switch? Because there's some big classics there that I never played. Some people have said, why don't you start a brand new playthrough? And there's been a few games recently that I skipped. One of the ones in August that people gave me a lot of crap for skipping was Astral Chain, saying that it's one of the better games of the year. And the fact that I skipped it means that I've missed out on a really good one. And then last week there was Code Vein, which, as we know, it's kind of like a Soulsborne style game. Only with anime-ish characters. I played the beta and thought it was okay. I wasn't in love with it, but I didn't hate it. I thought it was just okay. And I didn't play that either. So it seems like there's a combination of stuff here that I've kind of skipped, and people are interested in maybe seeing me play. So I don't know what I'm doing. I want to kind of see what happens this week with Ghostbusters and Borderlands, and kind of play it by ear, and see. And then if we, end up wrapping those up early or whatever, and we have time for a playthrough, I could consider starting a new game. Code Vein is one of the games I'm considering. Fair enough? No, Apex is not a game I'm considering. I don't care about Apex Legends at all. That game is deader than dead to me. It wasn't very interesting when it was out. I played it because of the hype. I thought it was fun to play co-op with a few people. We had Brian and Kekken who joined me for a few sessions for about a month and a half, and it was fun on and off to play it once a week. And then once the hype died out, I didn't give a shit about it, and I really don't give a further shit about it. I just don't care, and I don't want to play it. So there's your answer on that. Okay. The real kid behind a camera tipped me $1 and says, will we be able to purchase a turtleneck with Jasper's face on it on Teespring? It's getting colder weather. I don't know if Teespring sells turtlenecks, do they? I mean, I haven't added a new product to my Teespring in a long time because, quite frankly, I don't sell a lot on there. I'm just being honest with everyone. I don't sell a lot on there. And, it takes time and effort to put stuff on there and get it to work properly and everything. And, when you don't see people who are really chomping at the bit for merch, I'm not going to go crazy to add stuff or ask for people to design stuff for it. So, I don't know, first of all, what I would do. Like I said a couple months ago when I first introduced Jasper, I said maybe we'll have shirts or whatever, but it didn't seem like there was much demand for it. Everyone was like, sounds like a good idea, but then no one really asked for it, and no one really said, this is a good idea for a design. It was just kind of like, nah, oh well. It kind of fizzled and died, the idea. So, I don't know. I know there is a shirt on there that says Christmas 2018. I'm well aware of that, Polish Frog. It's probably the last time I updated it. Being honest. So, I don't know if Teespring even sells turtlenecks. If they do, great, I guess. But I'm not aware of that, so. Philly Buckeye Charity said there's a sequel to The Shining coming out either this month or next month. A sequel to The Shining. Let me think about that. I'm opening my window further here. A sequel. Well, first of all, I can't imagine what the sequel would be. Besides more people going to that stupid hotel and getting fucked over by whatever the presence or whatever is there, the ghosts or whatever, again, right? I just kind of shrug and say, meh. I don't know if I would be interested in that. It's been so goddamn long since The Shining, right? That I don't know why you would do a sequel, but this is what Hollywood tends to do. We don't have original ideas, so let's make a sequel to something 20, 30, 40 years later. I mean, The Shining's from what? Isn't it the 1970s or some shit? It's It's a great movie, don't get me wrong. I love The Shining, but... well then. So, I don't know about that. Let's see here. Empire of the Sun. To me, $4. It says, long-time watcher, first-time donator. Thanks for the entertainment and laughs. What do you think of Ninja being on The Masked Singer, laughing out loud? I don't know too much about this. Isn't The Masked Singer... Isn't that the show where people come out in, like outfits of, like mascots? Like, they look like mascots. And they dance around singing. And I guess you're supposed to guess who they are. And somehow this is, like, fun. And I don't mean that to say, like be a dick or whatever. But, like, that's fun to some people, I get. Oh, who could that be? Who could that person who's probably, like, a celebrity who no one really cares about anymore, in a furry costume, dancing around on stage, singing terribly. Who could that possibly be? Who cares? Like, what a show. I kind of shrug at that. Like, I don't even understand how that became a show that people cared about. It's just more reality TV fluff, in my opinion. But you could like it, that's fine. For me, that's like a stupid show. Now, you're saying Ninja was on it? I mean... Again, if I don't care about the show, I'm obviously not going to care about him being on it either. I guess my question would be, because I don't watch the show, obviously, did anyone even know who he was? When he reveals who he is, does anyone even recognize him or know who the fuck he was? Or was the common viewing audience like, who the hell is this kid with the cotton candy colored hair? Who is this? Oh, I'm supposed to know who this is? Who the fuck knows or cares about this guy? I don't know, man. Anyway, no, I don't want to be on that show, suck a surprise. This stupid thing. Anyway, let's continue. Griffin Books tipped me $1 and says, also another Halloween movie this month is the new animated Addams Family movie. Oh, that is true. That is true. I heard about this. That this was supposedly a new movie. They're redoing the Addams Family again. The Addams Family is one of those things, one of those American culture things, right? American pop culture that they redo and redo and redo and redo and redo. Okay? I remember the original Addams Family show. My parents showed it to me. I thought it was alright. I preferred the Munsters. Probably because the Munsters were newer and in color. Remember, the Addams Family originally was filmed in black and white because it was so old. But the Munsters filmed in color. And I liked the Munsters more. I'm not saying the Munsters is a better show. I'm just saying it was, I think, the more current show when I was a kid. So I remember watching the Munsters as a kid. I never really watched the Addams Family. Okay? So, then in the 90s, they rebooted the Addams Family as a series of movies. They had the Addams Family 1 and then Addams Family Values, which was the sequel. Alright? Christopher Lloyd as Uncle Fester. Raul Julia as Gomez Addams. You know. I mean, I'm not saying the movies were bad. They were just bizarre. And I think they were meant to be bizarre. That was the point. They were supposed to be like campy, silly stuff. And I saw both movies. I thought they were alright. I laughed at them. I've watched them several times. I think that they're decent. Okay? But I certainly don't. I don't think they're great. And then, for whatever reason, after those movies, the Addams Family had, like, a cartoon on TV. You know, this is what happens. You get these movies, immediately, 100 tie-ins. The Addams Family was everywhere. Addams Family this, Addams Family that. And they were very popular for, like, a span of, like, 5 to 10 years through the 90s, right? Then, all of a sudden, poof, they disappear. They're gone. Where did they go? I don't know. I guess they're not popular anymore. You know, in reality, what happened with those who don't know, Raul Julia passed away. And I think they more than likely, and this is me being very speculative, obviously, I think they probably would have made more Addams Family movies if he had still been alive, because they were very popular and were bringing in a lot of money. So I think that if that hadn't happened, that they might have kept doing them. But, you know, that was it. That was like basically the Addams Family hype ended, and that was it. You know, you didn't hear about it anymore. And then now all of a sudden I hear they're bringing back the Addams Family, and I'm like, damn, like, has anyone even talked about the Addams Family in any pertinent realm of pop culture in the past, like, 15, 20 years? Seriously, I'm just being honest. Like, what? I can't remember the last time anyone mentioned them. And now they're back, right? So, it's an animated movie, if you guys aren't aware. I don't know if it's going to be any good. The reason I know about this is because I saw advertisements online about it, and then I guess IHOP has a tie-in for it. So people were posting up, IHOP has food with purple whipped cream, and it looks disgusting and stuff. You know, they were posting stuff on Twitter about it. So I saw that, but yeah. And so for family stuff, Addams Family movie coming out. Okay, Mr. Papa Vera cheered. He says, Phil, I just barely returned from out of town to be here for this. What's up, Papa Vera? Good to see you. People were actually wondering if you were going to be here for today's stream, and we didn't see it earlier. People were like, oh, no. Papa Vera will not be here for the early Minecraft stream. What a disaster. But it looks like you're here. Welcome. Welcome, my friend. We're going to be continuing on building, you know, the facility that we've been building for weeks now. And we're going to see how that goes. What I was actually saying to everyone, Mr. Papa Vera, is I don't know how to use them. Like, once I finish building this building, I don't actually know how to use it. So, it would have to be like, you have to guide me on what am I doing with this thing. So, glad to see you. I'm happy that you're here today. Rob to me another $3 and says sequel is called Dr. Sleep. Yeah, I see people were talking in the stream chat. This is the sequel to The Shining. I guess it's not really a sequel to The Shining. What it is just a continuation of the plotline in a different way. I guess what they're saying is people are hunting down kids with psychic powers. And so the kid from The Shining is like grown up. And he's being hunted down now for having psychic powers. That's interesting, I guess. I don't know what kind of a movie it's going to be. Bible Crunch, by the way. Would it be is it a horror movie like The Shining, or is it more of just like a thriller, like almost like a sci-fi thriller? I don't know. It's a pretty weird name for a movie. The Sleep or Dr. Sleep. The hell does that mean? Anyway, vote Democrat. Charity says, to be fair, I did forget Popsicola. Must have spent a long time making the emotes, so I will give them a chance. I just need to get in the Halloween groove, that Halloween vibe. Vote Democrat. As I said earlier, don't worry. You don't have to like them if you really don't. I'm not that kind of person anymore. I think people have guilt-tripped you into trying to say that you're going to like them now. Don't worry if you actually don't. You don't have to say that you do. You can be honest. On my streams, you can be honest. You don't have to worry about being persecuted for your beliefs. All right? Even if you're the odd man out who's maybe different opinion than everyone else, that's okay. Okay? Mr. Papa Vera cheered again. He says, I always like to watch the Addams Family movies during the fall seasons. Yeah, it's like I've told you guys. When I was growing up, living with my parents in the 80s and 90s, my parents had HBO. So whatever movies were on HBO, I typically watched 5 zillion times. So I can tell you, I probably saw the original Addams Family movie. I probably saw like 20 times or 25 times. It was always on HBO. Addams Family Values, not as much, because that one was the later one. I think that was like 1993, I want to say, or something like that. But I still saw that one a few times, you know, a bunch of times. That was the worst one by far. The first one was much better than the second, I think. But yeah, no, I agree with you. Like, there's certain movies you always watch around this fall season. Addams Family is some of them. Nightmare Before Christmas, right? You know, certain Halloween-themed, spooky-themed stuff. Of course, a lot of people like to watch a lot of horror movies. Which I used to do, and I used to enjoy. Not so much recently anymore, because I just don't have time for it anymore, but we'll see. Maybe if there's anything new on, like, Netflix or something this month, horror-themed, maybe I'll try to watch something. But I usually don't get the chance these days. Okay. So first of all, guys, thank you. Let's actually check sub count, because now we've been doing pre-stream for a free an hour. And we gained 1 sub, so thank you for that. Thank you for all your support. So currently, M5NSX is the top cheerer. Rob is the top contributor, $15. Okay. Hold on. Eddie just hit me $1. He says, guess what? I'm back. Do you remember that Beverly Hillbillies? Of course I do. Of course I remember the Beverly Hillbillies. Now, I never really actively watched it, but I know all about the show. I liked Weird Al's song parodying Money for Nothing and Chicks for Free. That was the Beverly Hillbillies song in the 80s. That was funny. So, top contributor of the day is currently Rob with the $15 tip. Remember, top contributor of this stream will get either something named in their honor or created for them in my Minecraft world. So, we'll see how it goes over the course of today. In addition, this may only be a 2-hour session on Minecraft where I switch over to something else, or if you guys are really liking it, we may do Minecraft for the entire stream. It depends on how things go. All right, so let's see how things go. I haven't done a long first early stream of Minecraft in a long time. Okay. Fair enough. All right. What we're going to do is end the pre-stream. I'm going to use the restroom because now I have to. And then we're going to come back and we're going to start up. Like I said, what we're going to primarily do here is we're going to start... Oh, hold on a second. Ben Boxer just tipped $1. Says, one of the scariest movies ever is Josie and the Pussycats. Never saw it. So I wouldn't know anything about it. I only know that 1980s cartoon, which I never saw either. But I know that they did make a movie of it. Okay, so... We're going to end the pre-stream. I'm going to use the restroom. We're going to be back, and then we're going to start up. More than likely, we're going to continue on building the facility I've been building. I think what I need to do next is I need to get buckets of lava, and I don't have lava, so I'm going to have to go mine somewhere until I find lava. Great. So that's going to be a time killer for sure. Then when I finally get buckets of lava, we can go back, try to finish the facility. If Philip Smelly Chair, who was the top contributor last week, shows up, they can ask what they, or request what they like in the game world. Maybe we'll work on that. We'll see what happens. We'll play it by ear. Okay, guys? I'll be back. Thank you. I'll see you in a few minutes with Minecraft. Be back in a bit.